Hi, I'm Mike Mayer, Director of Community Services for the City of Fridley, and I've got some updates on where we're at with our Park System Improvement Plan. For about the last 2 years, we as city staff have been working very closely with residents of Fridley to reimagine Fridley's park system. And we've taken some important steps over the past year or so that I can detail for you at this time. We've been working very closely with a consultant, WSB, and in the spring of 2021, we went out into the community with a set of kind of revised park concept plans. So kind of a nice sketch showing what each of our city's 38 parks could look like if we were to invest into the park system. So shows things like new trails, updated playgrounds, new courts, new amenities shown throughout our park system. And with these plans, we got those out into the community on the City of Fridley's website through an interactive story map. We went out to community meetings and shared them and had hundreds and hundreds of conversations with residents. With all the feedback that we got on the website and through these conversations and presentations, we were able to make some refinements to these park concept plans. So we were able to show them to the community and sometimes right in their own neighborhood and find out what residents liked and what they wanted to see change. So with that process, we went through a refinement of each of these park concept plans to reflect what we heard from the community. With all that information, we went back to the residents in the summer of 2021 through Fridley's Town Hall and gave a presentation on where we were at with the park system. And what we heard from residents was that they liked the improvements that they were seeing in the concept plans, and through the town hall meeting and also through a resident survey that was held, we heard from residents that there was generally a willingness to invest into the park system. Hearing that, our city council in the fall of 2021 asked us as staff to get together a couple of resident advisory groups. So these two task force groups went to work throughout the fall of 2021 and into the winter and helped us to refine the park system plans. So when we first started out and we looked at these 38 park plans and all the different improvements that could happen throughout the park system, we were looking at about a $50 million plan. Our council listened to residents and directed us as staff to work with the task force group to refine the $50 million of park improvements down to a plan that could be implemented in 10 years and would not cost the community more than $30 million. So I worked very closely with the what we called the refinement task force. So this was a group of 14 residents that looked at each of the plans and talked through them, looked at what feedback we'd already gotten from residents, and helped us to determine what the priorities were in the park system improvement plan. So that group helped to refine the park system plan, and we took that recommendation from that group of what the priorities were in the park system to the city council meeting here in January of 2022, and the council received the recommendation of the park system improvement plan task force. We're working on getting all of this information up on the City of Fridley website, so over the next couple of weeks, residents will be able to get back on and see these refined concept plans that have all been updated and refreshed and be able to see the kind of the implementation priority schedule. So we had this refinement task force that was working on actually looking at the park plans. At the same time that that group was working, there was a separate group of residents and business owners in the community that we called the finance task force. And this group of residents went through a similar process as the park plan refinement task force, but their charge from the city council was to talk about how we could fund these park improvements here in our community. And so they talked through a variety of different options, and in December of 2021, that group brought forth a recommendation to the city council, which was received by the council on the December 20th, 2021 meeting, which is recommending a course of action where the city would issue a series of bonds to pay for about $20 million of park system improvements, and the city would use existing funds to pay for an additional $10 million of park system improvements, again, over a 10-year period. So none of these actions have been formalized. They've just been recommendations that have been received by the council. In order to proceed with the park system improvement plan, we plan on holding public meetings and public hearings to be able to share these plans with the community and give the community opportunities to share their feedback with us. So stay tuned for those dates. We would expect those to come out in the spring or early summer of 2022. So stay tuned for more details on progress for the park system improvement plan. And residents are always welcome to reach out to me with any questions or comments on our park system, and I'd be happy to chat with you, hear your ideas, and hear your feedback. So appreciate the opportunity to share, and I hope everybody has an opportunity to get out and enjoy Fridley's wonderful parks. Thanks so much.